Do you like building? I sure do. And that's why today I'm doing a new tier list video. I'm going to be ranking every single construction project in Sneaky Sasquatch. There's 30 of them in the game, but I'm only going to do 28 because there's like the three tents, but they all are essentially the same from the island campground. But anyways, let's just get straight into it. Let's start with a good one, large house upgrade. Of course, this is a no-brainer. We're gonna go with S tier here. Like it's pretty cheap from what I remember, or all of them are cheap technically, but this one is really cool because you can like build a bunch of furniture. You can get a microwave in there if you wanted. You can get a plant, stuff like that. Pretty cool stuff, I won't lie. And you can get your dog in there, a dog bed. You know, I could go on and on. River Dock is also probably like S tier for me, honestly. Just because River Dock is, you can get your valet duck boats over there and stuff like that. It's really useful for that kind of thing. And you, of course, you can access the river, the mushrooms. It's a really easy shortcut. Like there's nothing to complain about here. So easy S tier. Next up, we got the stone paths. Now this one is probably gonna be like maybe a C tier. I mean, it's not really like too impressive, but I guess the path does look sort of cool. I'll give it credit for that. You know, C tier is pretty fair in my opinion. Daily challenge board. Now, personally, I've never been a fan of the daily challenges. They're just kind of repetitive, boring. The scores are always broken. I've made videos on that before. So I'm probably going to have to leave it in B tier. If they made the challenges more fun, I'd probably put it in S tier. But like, man, I just don't care about this at all. The dog house. I mean, the dogs are OP in this game, man. I know I starved my dog for 3 weeks at a time, but it's still not bad, man. I give it a B tier. Actually, maybe an A tier. That might be more fair. This is going to be a very unbiased opinion here, but we got fences. You know, I'm Spence the fence, so of course, this is S tier, man. I'd really like to see a fence update or something where it's like you get like a whole new fence yard or something. You get like all these cool options or something. That'd be pretty cool. And also add ranger ducks. You know, we only have one ranger duck. We need more of them. Please add that to the game. That'd be pretty fun. We got this ATM here that the ducks definitely did not steal. They definitely got this legit. I'd probably say this is B tier. I mean, the ATM could be pretty useful, but the currencies, I'm already rich, you know, so I don't really exchange currencies that often because I already have like a billion of each, but you know, still very useful in my opinion, but not like insanely useful. We got the repair signs. I mean, like, it's just a sign, man. You can read either way, you know. Yeah, kind of useless for the most part. I'd probably say it's a D tier. Newspaper, I mean, it's pretty fun at first looking all the cool little newspaper stuff, but for a while I've seen all the newspaper stuff and they haven't really added more of these in a while. And the news is like, I don't know, man. It's kind of funny to read sometimes. So, you know, I'd probably say it's a B tier, in my opinion. Next up, we got the carport. I mean, it's just purely visual. It doesn't do a whole lot. And actually, it kind of like blocks off your car a little bit, if anything. But it still looks kind of drippy, in my opinion. But it doesn't do a whole lot. So I'd say a C tier is my opinion on that. Same kind of situation as the bear shelter. That also doesn't do a whole lot. Just protects you from the rain, nothing else. I mean, I guess protecting you from the rain can be useful. So, you know, solid C tier, you know, why not? We got the trash can. I mean, the trash can is definitely not bad, despite it being a trash can, because you can use this trash can to like marinate some food and give it to the trash bear. So that's definitely not a terrible use. So for that reason, I'd probably say it's a B tier, man. You know, it's definitely convenient having the trash can right in your home, you know. The fire pit from the island campground. I mean, it's a pretty cool little visual thing. Doesn't do much else, so probably just C tier. Cone zone's got to be S tier. No questions asked. It's a free teleport. It kind of contributes to the whole like Cone Man meme, kind of, because people always make jokes about Cone Man being obsessed with cones. Pretty fun, honestly, in my opinion. So yeah, same exact reasoning with the snow cabin, except without the cones. Pretty useful teleportation thing. It is expensive for new players, maybe like 10,000 coins, I think it is. So it is a little expensive for some people, but I still think it's 100% worth it, no doubt. The tents for the island camp, pretty profitable, pretty cool. A tier. Driveway looks pretty sharp, I won't lie. It's not just purely visual though, because I do think the road does make it better for the racing tires, so I will rank it up just for that reason. So probably B tier in my opinion. Pretty cool, pretty fun, and you don't need lumber for it either, which is pretty nice. Flower garden, I kind of forget about this, honestly. I'd probably say it's an E tier, or maybe a D tier. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I'd say a D tier. It's just you know, I don't know, flowers, man. I don't care much about that. I'll just leave it down there. It can show if the signs won. Ladders probably gonna be a solid E or F. Now do F tier, because I hate climbing through the ladders. It's kind of annoying. Like just slowly, painstakingly going through the ladder. That's my only reasoning. I'm not gonna lie. Storage container, I remember using this for my crashing my game video. Pretty good for storage. I mean, it's kind of far away from the house, but I don't know, it can still be kind of useful in some ways. So C tier. Snack Shack is very helpful. I'd probably say it's an A tier. It's not as useful as the ones in S tier, but it's still pretty useful from time to time, like if you need some beef jerkies or something. So, you know, A tier. Small house upgrade, almost as good as large house upgrade, but not as good. So A tier. Still pretty solid upgrade in my opinion. I mean, the outhouse kind of just serves as like a hiding spot, and it's in the iron campground. You don't need to hide anyway. It is kind of funny though, having an outhouse, I guess. I know it sounds weird, but yeah. But it doesn't do much, so I'd probably say it's a D tier. Umbrella and towel, I'm not really impressed by this. I mean, you do have the little cool sitting animation, but that's about it. So I'd say this one's also kind of just, you know, D tier. Doesn't do much special. Picnic table can be somewhat useful because it can help you eat and stuff. So, yeah, not too bad. I think it also comes with, like, the thing you can sell stuff on. So just for that reason, I'd probably say it's an A tier, just because it helps you sell stuff on the island camp. Ferry dock is also a backbone for this island camp establishment. You can't go without it, so I'd probably have to put it in S tier. I'd probably have to put the reception shelter in S tier as well, just because you have to use this for the island campground, and I guess you can name it whatever you want, which is pretty funny too. So yeah. Last but not least, we got ourselves the election headquarters. Pretty fun event in the game. Yeah, and it looks pretty cool. I like the ducks and stuff. They like the little employees you have in there. I like the aesthetic of it. Pretty cool stuff. I'd say it's a solid A tier. And yeah, that was quite a long tier list. I kind of went through them a lot quicker, so I don't think this video will be too long. But yeah, that's my whole little summary of every single construction project. Now, just based off this tier list, just go for the S tier ones first, I guess, if you want to treat this as like a guide for which ones you should go for first. But yeah, I really like my rankings. If you agree with me, like and sub, all that cool stuff, or comment if you had different opinions. I may know your opinion's wrong, but like I'd still like to hear from you anyway. And like I said, please support me because I like money. All right, goodbye.